Okay, back here for day two. Still going to be doing some basic setup stuff today. Not everything is ready to roll with the project, but I'm trying to get everything in place here so that I can document this. So I'm documenting everything I'm doing. So yeah, so we're still doing some basic setup. We got last time we got a website registered, a domain name, registered. We got the agent mail set up. So now Atonimus has his own email address. We got the very basics of a Skool community set up. We're going to get that set up as well. That's going to be on the more human side. That's going to be used for participation with you and everybody else who wants to join our community. And those who join the community will be getting access to everything we do in with Atonimus. So all the products that Atonimus creates, you'll get access to that. You'll get access to the prompts that I've been using. You'll eventually be also part of the live streams and the Q&A afterwards, because I am going to live stream. We're going to be setting that up today, as a matter of fact. And that's one of our to-dos today, is setting up the live stream. So anyways, you'll get access to that. There'll be Q&As afterwards. So, and like I said, you'll get access to everything we develop in Projekt Atonimus. So everything that Atonimus creates for us. You'll even get some opportunities to make requests, and we'll have some voting on what Atonimus should develop next. I'm going to have pretty tight control at the beginning here, early on, to make sure Atonimus is going to has what it needs to run, right? But after that, I am going to open up things. I would like to get it to a point where we have at least weekly requests. I don't know how soon that will happen. That's probably going to be in phase 3, but the phases, I'm hoping phase 1 that we're working in right now is going to be pretty short. It's going to be like 3 weeks. I'm hoping that the main outcome of phase 1 is to get everything set up so that we can just operate from an iPhone. So I can completely control and communicate with Atonimus. I can prompt Atonimus. I can monitor. Atonimus can communicate with me, and everything through the phone. Not that we would only use the phone, but I want to make sure that, like, I do a lot of traveling. When I travel, when I go places, I want to be able to work from wherever I'm at. Anywhere that I have an internet connection, I want to be able to do work, and I want to be able to do it from my phone, because that's going to be easiest, So I've already been doing this with another project that I'm working on, with an open cloud project, and I am going to create, as part of this too, there will be an open cloud version of Atonimus. But right now we're starting with Perplexity Computer. So anyways, this is a lot I'm unpacking here, but I do want to say, in terms of the free services that we provide, I'm not sure to what level, but I'm going to promise that you will get some basic paid level without having to pay for it if you're a member of the Projekt Atonimus Skool community. And the only reason I'm holding that, it's going to be on an app-by-app basis, because I don't know what kind of cost will be involved for running those apps. So it's something that's like token-based or credit-based or something like that, where there's an ongoing cost to it, and it's not just a fixed cost for it. But anything that's fixed cost, I'm going to give you guys the max level I possibly can. But anytime things, back-end costs start to come into it, that's where I'll give you a basic level for free, basic paid level. Anybody else outside of the community would have to pay for this, but you're going to give it for free. So these are some of the things. And as long as you keep your membership, you'll be locked in at the same price that you signed up for. And it's going to escalate too. The pricing is going to escalate for it, once we feel like it. We're going to start off with the first 11 users. It'll be $11 a month for the community. And after that, the price will about double, go up to $23 a month for the next 23 people, so on and so forth. It's going to escalate like that. Anyways, that is where we're going right now, and that's what we're working on today. So today we got a couple things that we need to get going to get the next things ready for phase 1 here. we've got some phase 1 objectives that need to be hit before we can really do it. I want to make sure that we're recording this properly and live streaming this. That's a pretty essential part I want to be able to offer to you guys. And for right now, the live stream is going to be free. But once we get those first 11 members locked in and everything's working properly with the live stream, at that point in time, it's going to be reserved for people who are paid. Paying through the Skool community, the live stream and the Q&A afterwards. Everybody else can see stuff later on. Once it's posted, you just won't be able to participate live. You won't be able to ask questions. And eventually, once the Autonomous AI YouTube channel has met the necessary requirements, we'll probably have a basic level of membership there too, where you can join the live streams and do the Q&A. It'll probably be like a $10 a month kind of a thing. But you won't get access to all the software prompts, all that kind of stuff. You'll get some access to prompts and whatnot, because I'll be posting some of that in the video descriptions and whatnot. But the bulk of everything we do will be given for free or will be included in the membership to the Projekt Atonimus Skool community. But live stream and QA, I do have, as of now, I have plans to make that available to people who want to join through a YouTube membership. And I might throw some other things in from time to time there. So anyways, that's what we're working towards. And again, just to restate the project is to create an autonomous AI system that can create businesses, cultures, as I like to call them, right? A more holistic view of what a business or an organization can become, taking into effect the founders, creators, employees, customers, clients, the communities in which they operate, and just how can we do something that is, good for the largest amount of people, and takes how do we affect the other people, and doing what's best. It's just something I've operated by for a long time. I want to make sure that, there's going to be some competition. I'm not saying we're not going to compete against certain people, but I want to minimize that competition whenever possible and encourage collaboration instead. But I do want to operate in a way that is beneficial to all parties, all the stakeholders in this, internal and external. So, anyways, so we're going to be creating a culture, an autonomous culture or autonomous AI that can create these cultures and generate profit. Profit is very important. Profit powers the purpose of this project and all the projects. So that's a key function is, can I create something here with AI that can run itself, can think for itself? I can tweak guidelines at a very high strategic level and hand out these ideas. And that's what Projekt Atonimus is. Can it autonomously create these cultures, create products, workflows, services, apps, things like that, according to its high level purpose that I give it, with minimal input from me. So as the project goes on, like right now, I anticipate phase 1, I'm going to be putting in much more work than I will in later phases. But as I have to do some things that, setting up Autonomous, setting it up in Perplexity Computer, and then next setting it up in OpenClaw. But for right now, we're setting up in Perplexity Computer, and there's just some things that obviously a human has to do at this point in time to connect some different things. But even now, as much as possible, I'm going to be using Autonomous or Perplexity Computer to set up as much as possible, to create as much as possible. I'm going to use prompts from a very strategic level. I'm going to avoid the tactical levels and let Autonomous deal with those. So yeah, that's where we're at. We're in phase 1. I will know phase 1 is done once we've got a basic operating AI system that is mostly autonomous. Has already started a project that can earn $40 at least monthly recurring revenue, because that's going to go towards the expenses that it's going to incur. And that's another big part of this project, is I want it to be self-funded. And I want it to use its funds to perpetuate itself, to buy the tools it needs, to buy the tokens it needs, the credits it needs, whatever. And it's going to budget those things. It's going to earn money for those things. So I really want it to be as autonomous as possible. So phase one is getting that basic system set up and getting $40 a month in recurring revenue that we can then use to upgrade our Perplexity Pro account to like an Enterprise Pro. I think whatever gives us more access to Perplexity computer that can make it more autonomous, gives us a higher level of credit so we can move on. Then we'll be paying for other tools as well in phase two. It's going to be, but by the end of phase two, we want it to be, I want Autonomous to be as autonomous as possible. So now I can, it will be creating on a regular basis new apps, workflows, products, services, apps. I think I said that already, and by itself. But it will also be able to take input from me and from the community. So that is part of phase two is getting it ready so that phase three we can have it. It's like self-funding at this point, fully self-funding. It's a little bit behind right now. It's running a little bit in the red because I paid for a couple of things. But phase one is to get us to a point where we're covering those basic expenses. Phase two gets us to where we can have more expenses, more services, more credits, more tokens, whatever it is we need, so that we can get to phase three. And at phase three, that's where it's creating products, workflows, et cetera, apps by itself and generating profit with them. And then we can feed it projects as well. And some of the projects we feed it may not even be profit generating projects, but it will need to have budget in order to run those things. So, and some of them will be, so we'll have different things, but we might be developing some tools. Another community of mine, First Step Bitcoin, we're definitely giving members of that community a special offer to join, and they're going to get some of the first tools that we make are going to be for First Step Bitcoin, creating some tools there. So we will create tools that we won't necessarily charge for. Sometimes we will, sometimes we won't, but there will be some other projects, and they're going to be funded also by Autonomous. So today, let me tell you what we're working on today, and then we'll start our Pomodoro timer for the day. That's the other thing. If this is your first time watching this, I work in Pomodoros. A Pomodoro is a 25-minute like work period, followed by a quick 5-minute break. Sometimes I'll run 2 Pomodoros together. I'll just hit reset on my timer, work for 50 minutes straight. But usually after about 50 minutes, I'll get up and just get some movement in. But that's part of the project, is I want to have at least 9 Pomodoros a week plus a sprint, which is 15 minutes. They'll be working. But on days like today, on focus days, today's a Tuesday, this is day 2. I will be working. I already had a planning Pomodoro, so this will be the work Pomodoro that I'm recording right now, where I get the work done that needs to get done to move phase 1 along. So it's going to be 25 minutes. So in these recordings, I'm going to record it in 25 minutes, do as much as we can in 25 minutes, and then show up tomorrow, pick up where we left off, do some planning and whatnot, another planning Pomodoro at least, and move from there. So though on my focus days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll be running 2 Pomodoros on those days for Project Atonimus, a planning Pomodoro and a working Pomodoro, which I will record, and eventually, hopefully everything goes well today, and we'll live stream tomorrow's Pomodoro to YouTube and run that test. So a lot of these basic setup things, but also we're getting basic tools set up right now for Autonomous as well. So today, another thing that we want to try to do is get some Skool wording set up as well. But yeah, so far we've gotten we registered autonomous.ai. And Autonomous, by the way, is spelled, if you can't see already, whatever channel you're watching from, ATONIMUS, autonomous.ai. That's our domain. Also in phase 1, we're going to be setting up a website for that, just a very basic website. You'll be able to subscribe. It'll give a description of the project, a link to the Skool community. You can sign up for our newsletter as well. We'll be setting up a newsletter, an email newsletter in phase 1 as well. And a link to our YouTube channel and our X. We set up an X account last time too, so we'll be giving written text-based updates on the X channel. That'll be our main social media for right now. YouTube will be our where we're going to host our videos like this and whatnot, and then Skool community is where people will interact and give me feedback, make requests, that type of thing. So and hopefully people who join the community will be working on their own autonomous projects as well. So, okay. So back to our list of work today, just going to review the list, and then I'm going to hit the start on the timer and start a Pomodoro, and we'll get working. But it's not the right tab. Here's the Autonomous tab. Okay, so autonomous.ai is registered. We got our first expense logged in for $159.96. That was what it cost to register autonomous.ai for 2 years. We got the YouTube channel created. It needs also some descriptions and whatnot too. Day 0, which was a video that I created to describe the project and what we're going, that's been uploaded. Day 1, which was our first working Pomodoro, that was also uploaded. Our X account was created, as I mentioned. The basic Skool community framework was set up, and an email was set up. And then I'm using Riverside right now. I use it for other communities, other cultures, and projects that I have going on. So I set up a studio for Projekt Atonimus in there that we'll be using, but that also is going to eventually, Projekt Atonimus. Atonimus is going to fund the ongoing cost of any of the tools that I use. I'm just going to pass them over to Projekt Atonimus to pay for and generate revenue for all the tools we use and all the services that we need to pay for. And again, I'm going to do this project as much as possible from an iPhone. I want to make sure that, not that we won't do anything from a laptop or a computer, but I want to make sure that I can do everything I need to. Really, I'm hoping by phase 2, I can do anything I need to from an iPhone, and definitely by phase 3. Like by the time we start phase 3, that absolutely should be totally doable. So on these videos, I'm going to record. I'm going to screen share my iPhone as well. So where are we? Let's get back to my list. We'll get the first task going. I think that we're going to set up we need to do some explainer tests for Projekt Atonimus in Skool. Probably record a video. I don't know if we're going to record that video during a live recording. That might be doing too many things at once, but we can at least plan a script for that. And we got to create some promises and outcomes that we're going to offer there. And a brief group description, a start here post in Skool. For those of you who aren't familiar with Skool, Skool is it's a great tool for building communities. Think of Facebook groups, but like 100 times better, just way more geared towards real human interaction. I really love it. So we want to get a start here post though, so people, when they join the community, they know what to do. It's just like a basic, you'll see it up there all the time. A lot of times it has like some instructions to do, like introduce yourself, go check this little course out to understand what we're doing. But it's always there just to give people an idea of what we're doing and how they can get involved, right? We just set up some basic categories there. Okay, and now here's what we're going to work on first, because we want to get Riverside set up to live stream to YouTube. So that is what we're going to work on first, if I can do this at the same time. So let's see, here is it. So let me look. I did have a setup instructions for configuring Riverside, and I already checked. I can't set these up from my iPhone. So we're going to have to do this from the laptop. So get to the right place here, the right set of instructions. It's Riverside hookup. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start our Pomodoro for the day. Actually, let's do this through the iPhone, and we're going to do a screen share here. And the iPhone mirroring window, there it is. Share that. Let's get that. And okay. So here we go. We need to, actually we're probably going to share something else. Oh, we're setting up the Pomodoro. That's what it was. Okay. All right, so here goes. Let's set up a Pomodoro for our working, and ready, set, go. We got 25 minutes. And let's go here. I'm going to switch to a different browser. Put up a new window for this one so there's not a gazillion tasks or tabs open. And pop that down. Let's share that instead. And okay, we need to go to Riverside Studio. Double check really quick here to make sure that we're sharing the right. Yeah, we are. Projekt Atonimus. Now let's go over here and get the instructions. We have to go to the studio, settings, live stream. And we want to choose, I'll just double check one more time to make sure I'm sharing the right screen here. Yeah. So we're gonna click on YouTube. YouTube account. Karski's the one that's got autonomous AI. There it is. And we are going to allow Riverside to access our YouTube channel. Manage our YouTube account. My steps here to make sure I'm doing this right. To autonomous AI. All right, that looks like we've got that set up. So we'll run a test. I'll post that test as well. Share to screen one, because then I think it'll just share everything I'm working so you can see my notes as well from my planning. So, okay, live stream, destination YouTube, Google account to that, did the YouTube channel, confirm you see the YouTube channel as a connected live stream for this audio, which we do. If we switch back over to there, we see autonomous AI, and we're going to stream in 720p to start. We'll see how that goes. Good. What is this here? Enable standard and advanced features in your YouTube channel settings to get the stream working. So let's just double check here. I'm going to put that over there. Oh, we got to do some things on the YouTube side. Let's check our instructions. What was that? To YouTube failed, huh? Okay, we'll do a test on that, but let's see here. We got mirror your phone. Okay, I got that. I think we are good. Actually, I'm going to just test, because since we are recording already, let's just do a test really quick here. If we break something, we break it, but let's so first we'll do that. Let's go to the instructions again. Do my best to talk loud and not mumble. Okay, so we're going to YouTube settings, channel, feature eligibility, enable standard and advanced features. So let's go here, YouTube, settings, and channel, settings, channel, and we're going to enable standard and advanced features. channel, today, country of residence, states, save that for right now. Let's go back again. Channel, advanced settings, oh, or was it feature eligibility? Was that what it was? Channel feature of eligibility. So standard features enabled, intermediate features enabled, advanced features, increased daily video uploads and live streaming. Videos over 15 minutes, custom and live streaming are enabled. So standard features, got that, looks like. So what do we need to do for, we're eligible for advanced features, intermediate features enabled, and one of these, video certification, valid ID, channel history. Okay, expand your reach on YouTube and beyond with these advanced features. External links and video descriptions. Yeah, we're gonna want that for sure. Embed live streams, not sure. Really new to live streaming here, so I'm not sure. A/B testing of titles and thumbnails, that we absolutely want to have. Create more shorts daily. Eligible to apply for monetization. Yeah, we definitely want all that. So let's go and access feature. Let's do a 6-second video of ourselves. I don't know if this will break the restreaming or not. Get an email to start verification on your phone. Okay. So this might break the screen mirroring, but that's okay. So let's get the email. Plutarski. Scan the QR. Do that. Then we'll just pick up the phone here and we'll scan that code. To video verification. I allow Google to use this. I agree. I'll be asked to move my head in different directions. Hold my phone at eye level. Can you see me good there? Here we go. Glasses are fine to keep in, but no sunglasses. Okay, good. So next. And we are going to allow my account. Okay. We're going to start. Here we go. Easy. Looks like our video is in review, so we'll check email later, but I think that we've got done as much as we can do at this point in time. Video verification is working. Okay, so we can see that. All right, let's go back to our next set of what do we got left on our we got 15 minutes left here. So let's get to the Skool setup stuff. So let's go back to Brave. And let's go to Skool. We're going to go to Projekt Atonimus. We need to invite 3 people. We've got some other things to do here. We need to create a cover photo. So what else do we need? We need, okay. So I'm going to add that really quick so we don't forget. So need, actually I'm going to see if I can do this without typing here, just like we would on a phone. we also need to create a cover photo for the Skool community and an icon for the Skool community. Okay. And then what do we need to do right now? For now, we need to, let's go back to that other screen. Let's go to settings, dashboard, invite, general. There's the icon. Okay. Change that. I need to change that to, okay. Need to research a custom URL for the community. For now, comma, for now, please give us a description that we can use for the community based on what you know. Create an SEO-friendly description of our community and what we're trying to accomplish here in 150 characters or less. About 11 minutes left here. Gonna try to move a little bit more quickly. Created it, okay. Boom. Let's come over here. That's our first start. We can work on this later, but just save. Or is there? I can't remember how this works. I think this last time. So let's go to dashboard, come to general. Yep, it saved it. Okay. I'm not going to change the URL right now. So what were our other things? Maybe we will have it create a, never done this with Perplexity before. I'm not sure how well it does. Okay. Based on what we've talked about so far with Projekt Atonimus, please create a tagline instead. Okay. Create a simple tagline for the cover photo for the Projekt Atonimus community. Just going to go with building autonomous AI cultures. Okay. So here we go. Here we go for image creation. See how Perplexity does with this. Please create a cover photo image for the PK community on Skool. We've talked about so far. Please include the text tagline the image. Let's see what it does. Probably just going to go with the most basic thing, as long as it's clean and not like goofy with the text. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I wondered as much. Okay, so we're going to take this and that. Okay, and we're going to go to ChatGPT. New chat. We are going to the image. Also, what does the (1084) 6 pixels. Some info on the project. And let's go back to comment here. All right, please give me a summary of the purpose and guidelines phases of PK, so I can give this info to an image generator to create the cover photo for the community. That was what it told us last time. I didn't notice that. Try that. If we don't like it, we'll see what it is. Perfect, good. All right. So let's go back here and there's paste that. And let's hit it. Let's see what happens here. 3 minutes left. This is going to kill me because I'm going to want to get so much more done on these things. Really is stuck on the 0 to 44. That's just the phase 1 goal, but it's like, it really thinks that's like, but it is really a highlight. Okay, so that is good enough to start. So let's download that. And we're going to call that PKA Skool cover photo v0.1. Now let's go to Projekt Atonimus. We're going to upload that. And interesting. Why is it not? It's not showing as a. What's that file? Let's see. Wait. That's it. That's where. Create an icon for us as well. Can't remember what. Let's go to settings, general, icon 128 by 128. Create an image. We can use for the entity that is eight 128 pixels. Simple and relate well to the community. Yes, and will create a strong sense of recognition. So we are gonna go ahead and do that. I might tidy up these couple things since we got to them today, and then do some work offline on these to improve them, but I won't move forward with any other steps at this point in time. So we'll just do this. This will be good. I feel like that needs to be simpler too. Yeah, but that's, what are we going to call this? This is, we're going to download this. We're going to say it's not great. I like the 3 things there, but maybe we make that a little more animated and simpler. We'll see how that shows up. Zero. Save that. The other one, so it was a PNG, so I'm just going to fix that really quick. Go to Downloads. PNG there. To go here, last thing we'll do, we're going to upload the icon, just check it. Now that's showing up as an image, good. Okay. Ooh, yeah, this will be good. Either that. Let's try that first. Let's see how that works. The circle with that in there. There it is. Let's try that one. Let's drag that down so we're balanced. Okay, we'll save that. We'll see how that looks in comparison. Yeah, that's good enough for now. Okay. So yeah, so that is the end of today. This is day 2, the end of day 2 work. I am going to go ahead and tidy up some of these things. I'm going to do that last rendition here that Projekt Atonimus, my Projekt Atonimus thread created here. Yeah, because it didn't really, it overdid the tagline on that. Because I don't want all this other stuff on there. So I'm going to probably do another generation here of this and do it offline. And I don't want to worry too much about this stuff, especially I want to get through this as much as possible and on to more important things like generating the website, the copy and whatnot, and getting Atonimus working. I really ought to do that next with, I think I'm going to adjust that. So I think next time I'm going to work on one more thing like this with like community setup, culture setup, like imagery, branding setup. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on branding, but I want to start getting that website ready and the newsletter ready. So I'm gonna readjust in my next planning session. I'm going to ask it to give me something that's related to the branding and community setup and stuff like that. We'll have one task for that, and then we're going to have a task for setting up the actual, like, let's get a project going type thing here. What are we going to do to create that first $40 per month in recurring revenue, that first $40 of MRR? So I want to make sure we're moving towards that as quickly as possible. Because it's not just, I mean, people will be coming in, you may join the Skool community and that will help, that will count towards it. But I really want in phase 1, ideally, Atonimus would create something besides just the community memberships, which it's not really going to create, but some tool, product, workflow app that would generate $40 monthly recurring MRR in the next 3 weeks. So that would be the ideal goal. So I'm going to switch the workflow and make a request to Projekt Atonimus in the next planning session to go that direction. So anyways, well, thanks for joining us today. That is day 2 of Projekt Atonimus. We'll get this uploaded pretty quick and do a test live stream also before the next session, because hopefully the next day 3 we'll do it as a live stream and go from there. All right.